Hi folks, so you find me on the Yorkshire Wolds, 80 miles, obviously in Yorkshire, and you saw me started this morning near the Humber Bridge. Pretty dark it was, pretty early, but now I'm really away from the foreshore, but now really out into the open countryside. It's 80 miles, and so I reckon it's probably going to take me about 4 days, hopefully, maybe a little bit longer. The main thing is going to be underfoot conditions. It is December at the moment, so not quite sure where I'm going to meet. Got all my gear for like making sure I'm warm and dry. In fact, carrying quite a lot, so yeah, we shall definitely see how I get on. And that's where I've come from. And I've done 5 miles. So I feel that's a good start to the day. So you see that? Chalk. And in fact, even the fields that they're farming. So I'm hoping that this underfoot chalk is going to be my saving grace for walking a national trail in winter. I'm hoping this keeps the underfoot conditions from being muddy and keeps them good so I don't struggle as much. We shall see. Just looking over to the west, and right in the distance I can see the Humber still. But we're heading north. And we head north for quite some time, and then we head over in an easterly direction to get to Hessle on the coast. So that's where we're going next, to a place called Welton. There's a little summary here saying that the Yorkshire Wolds Way, 79 miles walking route in the chalk landscape of the Yorkshire Wolds. So this is the pretty village of Welton. And I love this bench here. It's got the acorn symbol on it, which obviously is the National Trail sign. Love the gates over there. I think that's 10 o'clock, so I'd best be moving. So I guess this is the old stables for Welton Hall. It says the ancient rights of users of the castle well and overflow within these gates may be exercised at user's risk. Hell, these are grand gates. I guess this is the overflow. So this is a sheep walk. Been renovated recently. Didn't have the iron bars around here originally. But apparently the sheep were fed in that way. Kind of came in this way. Washed from natural spring. And then they was allowed to wander up the ramp. Of course, it wasn't really a main road then, so they were just allowed to wander out into the dale. And the farmers used to have to pay per sheep that was washed to the parish. And if he was from outside the parish, you had to pay a bit more. Signpost there, which points public footpath. It's pointing to the village of South Cave. And that's where some people will finish the day. It's about 13.5 miles. I'm hoping I can get 20 in. Although I'm a bit worried about darkness, of course. Yes, we have a vineyard overlooking the Humber. There you go. Little Wold vineyard. Planted in 2022. Little Wold Vineyard's newest planting. Take 3 to 4 years to establish. First harvest 2026. Try the tasting room. Wine, coffee, cake, Fridays and Sundays, 11 till 4 o'clock. So just round this corner there should be some great benches. On the view, you can actually see the Humber just about in the distance there. And in fact, I can see where I had lunch. Didn't spot these benches though. Yeah, so it was just there is where I had lunch. Well, it might not be the best one I've ever found, but yeah, I think just here might actually do. All packed, ready to go. Let's get going. 7:30 on the dot, and I'm leaving my friendly giants behind. Don't often see that. Trig point, actually almost on a country lane. And this one's been adopted because obviously because of technology, trig points are not really necessary anymore, and And this has been adopted by the Windmill Walkers, who were formed in 1999. It says I've walked 19.5 miles, 59.5 to Filey. The funny thing was, I was estimating I'd done 19 last night. I would have preferred to have done 20, but it was just getting too dark. Well, I was drawn to what was hanging on this tree. But of course it is a giant Christmas tree, so one's fallen down there. Do the right thing. Oh. There you go, our contribution. Loving the mile marker. Yes, that's 1 mile to Market Waiton. So we can see in the distance Londesborough Hall, and this is the park or the estate of the hall. Yeah, so we're following the track around that way. Don't know what those buildings are up there though. Very intriguing. I have no idea what those are. Well, I nearly didn't spot that. And what day is it today? Thursday. Might have known. Well, I haven't done much filming today because it's mainly been very muddy along the edges of fields. Not a lot to look at, but I've just arrived here and boy, this looks pretty good. This has got to be the best bus stop ever. Yeah, what can I say? Thumbs up for the dogs. And you can subscribe as well. So the good news is I've done 39 miles. The bad news is I've got 40 to go. So this is where I'm camping tonight. Not a bad spot, other than, of course you can't hear them now, but in that woods there, the birds have been going on like nobody's business. Of course they were perfectly quiet when I arrived, and perfectly quiet now you're listening. Maybe I should just leave you on all night. Yeah, quite a nice spot. Yeah, it's a little bit scary with the light on the subject, but I thought I'd just talk to you as it's the end of day 2, so I'm officially halfway, done about 40 miles or so. I think the worst part has been although the chalk footpaths are good when they're there, when they're not, it's pretty bad mud and quite sticky, so it makes it really hard work. I'm definitely exhausted tonight. I think the other thing as well is that, yeah, finding water's pretty difficult. I had to buy some today from the garage at Fridaythorpe. Yeah, thank God for Friday. Yeah, so I'm hoping the next 2 days get over to Filey and hope the weather stays off like today, which was really nice. Anyhow, less talking. I need to go to bed. Well, cook some food first. Bye for now.